Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Bloat, a horror film about a family that's split across two countries, one in Japan, the other I'm not sure where. He's a military guy, he's been assigned different places, and their young son is infected by a Japanese evil spirit. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, the link's in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 16, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So the deal is his son is infected by what's known as a Kappa. And a Kappa is a river, like a river spirit that attempts to eat the soul of the son. And you see it happen to another military guy, and he couldn't stop it. So the current military guy, he's stuck on his mission, and he's trying to solve the mystery from his base. March 7th. It's called Bloat, I think, because it's like something in the river that's been sitting there for years. It is all bloated, and you see the creature. It's all bloated. They have an illustration of it. I remember this creature from Dungeons and Dragons because there was a Oriental expansion pack that covered like Chinese and Japanese mythos and character classes. You could play samurais and ninjas and stuff. So Kappas were in the mix, and I remember their deals. So this is interesting to me because I like that they're using a real creature from a real culture, and I've been writing stuff like this for a while. Different kinds of vampires and other creatures from around the world, they have their own sets of rules. See, that's what's interesting about it. They're monsters, they're ancient, they have a long history, and they have a distinct set of rules. So the Kappas have their own rules. I can't remember the rules off the top of my head that were in Dungeons and Dragons. I remember that there was one Japanese monster. He had and it might be the Kappa. He has a concave head, and it's filled with water. And if you spill the water out, it kills it. Yeah. So it's called Bloat. I'm totally down for it. So first act, the military guy's talking to his family, FaceTiming, everything's fine, and then there's an accident in the river there, and he doesn't see it, but his son is injured, and then he starts to recover, but there's something wrong with him. He bites his little brother, or his big brother, I should say, and he's just acting weird, and they can't figure out why. They take him to the doctor. They're not getting any answers, and he's trying to get home, but he can't leave. There's some sort of emergency. His wife starts to fall apart. Everything starts to fall apart. In the second act, he's piecing it together. He finds out about the Kappa. Here it is on Wikipedia. And comes to believe that his son is possessed. He talks to the other guy whose son got possessed, and I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he died, and now he's in jail. And so here he is. I don't know, something terrible going on with his face, but like the video won't show it. And he's got to figure it all out and get to Japan before something terrible happens. So March 7th, it's called Bloat. I would check it out, totally. 100% I would. He's got a friend who lives in Japan, is going to check on him. He probably dies. That's my guess. He probably dies somewhere in the second act. Yeah, I could totally be down for this. So I think it's got a good feel in terms of the modern, because you've got a lot of picture-in-picture communication. So it definitely takes place in the modern day. You got a family that's sort of split because of his military service, and hopefully you got a character that's going to make logical choices throughout, and I like to see that. But of course his wife is overwhelmed because he's away, and so he has to deal with that, but he's dealing by Zoom calls, so it's a lot harder. So it puts that extra onus on the character, and he's got to try to figure it out. So yeah, sign me up. I think it'd be worth checking out, at least on streaming. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, who's over there griping for some reason. Thanks to all who came out to the Jackson Public Library tonight for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Went very well. Had a great turnout. Sold some books. Next up, I will be at the Hamilton Center on Monday. That's Monday at 7 p.m. for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Hope to see you there. We'll see you tomorrow.